I don't know what it is about this place.
It's two
I'm
cats.
surprised we don't have any fur on the sacred cozy show carpet.
There probably is. You just. Yeah, I see some for sure.
Okay. Yep. Oh. You've tainted that. What else?
The couch is fucked. When we moved the TV the other day for the poetry slam video.
Oh, what was bad
There's
about
just
it?
cat hair all over the screen that like you can't really
when you-
see until you're up close.
Yeah, the screen being black.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's not staying.
got a screw loose there.
Quite a few, but actually.
Dang it. Got a loose screw. So close.
Yet so far. Do you ever try to like just cook up poetry in your head now after you did the
I
poetry
was for
slam?
a little bit, and then I just...
I was trying to do that today too.
Yeah, for those who don't know, we just did a poetry video. Go check it out. It's pretty good. Pretty serious. Meant a lot. So,
Yeah.
yeah, doing pretty good. Have you seen any Bollywood movie?
No. Have you?
Yeah.
I feel like you would have.
There's one.
Which one?
It's really good. You should watch it
Are
on
you
Netflix.
gonna sneeze again?
I like feeling it, but I think it's just like all this cat hair, like just stuffing in there.
Oh.
Oh,
Are you keeping that cat that you found, by the way?
I'm feeding it, so I don't know. I'm trying not to, but I'm feeding it. So.
What did your family say?
My mom and my sister don't want it. My other sister doesn't mind it 'cause she's like, Izzy. She's like, well, I'd rather have a cat than a dog.
Mm.
And she's like, also, she was the one that helped save it that one time. Like, she found it and put it
yeah.
in the cage, so she was like, oh, kind of sweet. It's just a sweet cat.
Mm.
Just fast forward real quick to the back. Rewind.
Okay.
We found this cat that was in the backyard, and it was pretty rough. And we have, like, dogs in the backyard, so it was, like, cornered, and it was in mud and water. And then my sister like, got it and put it in, like, a cage, like a dog cage we had. And it just looked absolutely awful. Like, the eye was fucked. It was, like, boogery. It was wet. It was skinny. And then we kept it for, like, 2 days. Me and my girlfriend Taylor were trying to figure out, like, what we could do with it, you know? Because if its eye wasn't fucked, I think we would have just released it.
Yeah.
Maybe cleaned it, released it. But its eye was fucked. So, like, dude, it's just going to die if it goes back out. And probably get someone else, like another cat sick maybe or something.
Yeah.
And so we took it to this animal place. Somewhere. And I think it's like Stanislaus.
Far from your house, though, right?
Yeah,
You
like 10
said?
minutes away. And then we took it there, and I was like, hey, I understand if you got to put it down. Like, you have a bunch of healthy cats, I'm sure, in a year, But
Yeah.
at least it's not, like, suffering. Because the eye was fucked. Like, it was like,
You started.
oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. Thanks.
Welcome
was
to the
like-
show.
Welcome, Coach.
All right, back.
It was, like, gooey. It was like, you can't even see the eye.
11:52. Sorry.
Yeah, nice. Which actually probably I think did happen, right? I saw a couple of feet comments. But we so I was like, I understand if you got to put it down. Like, I'm not like naive, but good luck.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, we'll take a look at it. She's like, I think the doctor's been doing a bunch of eye removals recently. So
Fuck.
the cats.
Yeah, he's got some good practice in it.
yeah. He's
What
like,
the
fucking
hell?
scooping ice cream. So he's like, I think they're gonna be able to fix it up. And then I saw it on the site like 2 days later. At like to
The
top.
website?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I was like, well, let's see if anyone does it. I guess it's like
Yeah.
a year old and it looked way better. Eye was already gone and stuff. Looked clean.
Wow.
It's like, okay. And then I just kind of forgot about it. I was like, oh, that's my good deed for a while. And then a couple of days ago, I went into the garage.
Wow.
Yep. Went into the garage for something and I fucking saw the cat, but I didn't recognize the cat at first. And it scared the shit out of me because, okay, it's obviously missing an eye, but from like the darkness and kind of tiredness and fardness.
Looks like a cyclops.
It looked like the eye was like gouged out, like the skin, was like ripped or something. So I was like, "Holy fucking hell! What is this cat like?"
Fuck.
And it's coming towards me, and then I saw like, "Oh, it just doesn't have an eye." And then I was like, "Is that the cat?" And the cat's like a white patch right here.
Yeah.
So if the eye isn't giving enough, like telling enough, it's the white patch right there. And I was like, "Oh wow, it came back." So then, I thought it was like a nice little like, "Oh, this is like sacred," it's a sign. But then I posted that story today about the cat. And like 2 people had responded saying like they basically drop it off near wherever it was found.
Really?
So I put my address.
Oh, come on.
But they make you sign a form when you drop it off. You can't just like drop it off and leave.
What the hell?
They're just like, hey, is this the only cat in the area? Is there a bunch of stray cats? Has someone been feeding the cats? Is this your
And
cat?
if there's not hello cats in the area, they're like, all right.
Oh, good enough. Let's add one more. Yeah.
No way.
The cat's just like, and they're just like, huh. Imagine seeing.
It'd really be like this.
Nice. Imagine seeing like the animal service guy like shuffling and just like in the canal.
He punts it like a football.
Yeah, pretty good today. Or just like a professional punter, just going, just. They don't leave their sight. It just goes hella far, like 20 miles.
His explosion.
It's like the. Yeah, it's like Super Mario Bros. With like little. Ding.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Ding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
dude, I looked up Nintendo Switches after we played the other day, and they're like
the other day, thrift store.
Huh?
In the thrift store, like
no,
3
when
months
we
ago?
played at your house.
Oh, Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like Nintendo 64.
No. And they're like fucking $300.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
That's a lot.
I think for a console, $300 is
For a fucking Switch though. Come on, maybe like an Xbox.
But that shit is like really complex.
Yeah, but it's like this fucking big too.
It went on the TV.
Yeah, but
You can't play
no.
Xbox like on your phone. Well, I guess you can, but yeah, it's a little pricey. But I think for how I think it's innovative. I know it's been out for a while. But
Yeah.
how innovative that thing is, like the fact that you could take off the controllers, you could do all this stuff. I don't know if people have done that before and stuff, but it just looked. I remember when it came out and it was like fresh, like what, like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
It was like, wow, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it was
You know, you could take it off, you could put it on your TV. Like it was just like the all-in-one thing, and it had the best like kid games, like not kid games, but simple-ish games. You know?
I would love to fucking play video games like now as an adult.
Yeah, yeah.
Like God, I feel like it'd be such a good way to unwind. Like once you
Definitely.
get back home from work, you're just like, you know.
Yeah, just sit back.
As a
Like
kid,
grind for an hour.
can you finish your cat story and I'll come back to this?
Okay. So they were saying that they drop it off like wherever they're kind of like locally found. So it's not as
That's
special,
fucking crazy.
but it still got close. I don't think they dropped it off in front of my house.
But just
They're probably like
on
in the
street,
neighborhood.
maybe.
Yeah, which is still crazy that it found me. You know?
Yeah.
And it went in the garage. You know, it like trusted me.
They remember, man. You know, he saved it.
It does because it was really pretty
Trusted
trusting.
you. Wow.
And I've been letting it like
I think
trust
it'd be
me
a
ever
really
since.
good pet because it knows that it can trust you
Yeah.
to fucking take it somewhere else to get off of your hands. You know,
Yeah, it's like, hey, I tried to get rid of you once, and I won't.
and it knows you'll do it again.
I will.
You know, I will.
And it's a year old, so it's like it's out. It's been out there.
So it's just in the streets,
so
but
I
you're
think-
feeding it.
Like I think it knows. Like, man, I've been struggling, and I gotta pop
These
it now.
fucking new people moving into this
Pop,
house.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I do is either I'll like feed it. I'm gonna buy it cat food soon. I just been feeding it dog food, which I guess isn't the
Fuck.
best.
Yeah,
It's like doesn't have all the nutrients and shit it needs, but it's food.
yeah. Come
It's
on.
better than starving.
Yeah, that fucking cat's been through it. You know?
Yeah, it's like a nice warm meal.
Imagine having a blind cat. That'd be crazy.
That'd be stupid.
And it kills blind mice. 3 of them. Wait, is there 3 in the?
In the Shrek?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Is it
Yeah,
3?
it's 3.
Is that
With
the
canes?
Musketeers?
I think they're like also musketeers ish.
Oh, really?
No, they're not musketeers.
Do they have eyes? Or do they wear glasses?
They wear glasses, but do they ever show them? They never show them.
I don't think so.
Because I think it'd be like traumatizing. Because then you would just be like, you know?
As a kid, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you ever seen the original concept design of Shrek?
No.
They just released some test
What?
footage, or I don't know if just released, but there was some footage of some test footage of Shrek that was released. And it did so badly, like test footage, that they were like, fuck that shit. Like, what are we doing? And you'll see. Well, actually, what's your opinion on it?
Opinion on what? On Shrek?
By the way, I think there is a story that I think if this is it, there's a story about a lot of animators, if they did bad or they were like just unliked or they botched stuff, they would get sent to do Shrek. You remember
What?
that? And then it became a massive success. So
Yeah, fucking Shrek is great, dude. It's a
and I
masterpiece.
think they would call it "You got Shreked" or "You're gonna get Shreked."
What?
But then look at this, and maybe now it makes sense
You get
because
Shreked.
Nice.
What the fuck is this? Oh my god, it's like a fever dream. Oh my god. Why does he look like that? Oh my god.
Tell
That
me
feels like
isn't-
a bad trip.
Tell me that isn't unsettling as fuck.
That is awful, man. Awful. And now I get why it was called Shreked,
Yeah,
and why it was a punishment.
like that's bad.
That's bad. It's like those memes that people send you and you just don't understand why the fuck they're sending them to you.
Yeah.
Do you have those people?
Are you tagging me?
No, I'm not.
Like weird memes?
Yeah, like people just send you these memes that just aren't fucking funny, and it's just like a 5-second clip of just something so stupid, and you're just like, why are you sending me
something?
this to me?
Some of them
Like,
are really childish, and you're just
yeah,
like,
I'm just like,
yeah.
how old are you? You know,
low hanging fruit. But
I have a perfect fucking segue.
Okay, hold on. I'm not doing it.
Okay,
I'm like 2 words away from being done.
go for it.
So I'm just feeding it stuff, and I've been getting it to like trust me, of course, and I've been getting to try to trust the other cat. So Jupiter's cool with it. So they'll eat almost like out of the same bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll just throw the food right next to that bowl on the floor, and the cat will eat it, and then he's right there.
Oh.
And Nova a little bit when she's eating, but when she's not, she's like very like she wants to get it. So
he wants to get it, like attack it.
Probably.
Oh, fuck.
But I'm trying to get them to like be coexisting, and then eventually my plan will be this perfect world is like get the third dog to like kind of play with it and like it, and the mama, which I don't know, I think she's just too trained.
Yeah.
But then the cat could be in the backyard. Like, but I want to get something elevated for it. Like if it wants
so
to
we
chill.
can fucking escape the dogs.
Yeah, escape, and like if it wants to chill, like just chill on the top and watch it. Like I don't expect them to play.
Yeah.
I want to like coexist, you know.
Yeah.
But they might be a little old. But they're only like the dogs are only like 8 months. So I'm like, you know, they're still babies. They still like don't know how. Do I hate cats?
How are their stitches doing?
Good. So the Jupiter is like this small. The other one is they took off the stitches and it's still rough.
Really?
Like it's just so like I'm putting Neosporin on it. They said, and feeling the grooves, dude, is weird. So look what it looks like. It's just so
hard,
fresh.
huh? Like super hard.
It's like plasticky riveted.
Oh yeah.
Like grooves.
I can imagine. Because one of his dogs he got his dogs fixed, 2 of them, but one of the dogs had a hernia. So she got fixed and got that at the same time. So she has a big ass, like super long scar, like on her stomach.
I thought I got a picture of it, but I guess
Frenchies.
not. I swear I got a picture of it.
I think you sent me a picture of it.
Of it after?
No.
Yeah. What
Before.
the hell? Dang, this was me earlier with it. I'm trying to get it to be in this box at least because it has
Really?
a blanket. You know?
Yeah. Oh, he's so cute.
But he's cool,
It's
man.
so
Just
cool,
like,
dude. Having a cat
no
with one eye.
eye.
It's such a flex.
And he's the same color as the dogs. He has a little white patch. He's nice. You know, I'm like, you know what?
Same color as the dogs.
They're all great. That's cool.
Yeah,
you know,
I
it's
guess
like a
so.
sign.
Got a theme.
Everything's a sign.
Yeah.
You know, everything's a sign when you want it. Like gambling. So we'll see. All right.
Oh man, that made me want to go a different direction. Okay, when we were talking about video games, I was thinking, I feel like whenever I would be going through it as a kid, or like be upset at my parents or something, or like felt rejected, or you know anything was going on, literally, parents are fighting, I would fucking throw on my Skull Candy overhead headphones, and I would just lock in and just play like Skate 3 for like 2 hours. And I would just like literally, that was the way I dealt with everything. Is I would just like go to my room by myself and just play video games with music, or I'd go skate, you know, by myself as well. Like I was just very much like, and it's interesting because that comes up in my therapy a lot these days. Is like I'm so used to just fucking going away from everybody and just being alone to like recharge when I'm feeling like shit, you know. And it's just interesting because as an adult,
That's weird because you're playing with no one, right?
yeah.
You're not playing with friends,
Just
so you're not like
cruising
hyped
around.
to go play with friends.
No.
You ever play video games with friends when you were younger? Like online?
I would play Black Ops
Barely,
with
though,
a few of
huh?
my friends, but yeah, for a short amount of time. But I mostly would just play Black Ops Zombies alone
By yourself?
with music in. Yeah.
Weren't you scared? Oh, you're playing music.
It was scary, especially late at night sometimes,
Yeah,
and you're
I'm
on
just
round
hearing-
like fucking 30, and you're like,
Yeah.
holy shit, you know?
The thrill, you're sweaty as hell. Butt cheeks all smelly.
I was super fucking good at that game. Like you get
The
the
train.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would say the full name. You get the train going around the Inger van Schlitzen map. I don't know what it's called. What's it called?
Ow.
What the fuck was that?
My throat fucking hurts. I have to take her sword, bitch.
Hold on. I gotta look it up.
It's like something with
Just
an E. Is it Eisenhower?
for the memories, I gotta look it up.
Eisenhower?
Black Ops. OG. Zombie.
German name or something.
Zombie maps.
Oh, is it something with the N or is it something with the E?
What's your best guess? Let's get our best guess.
Two of them. One's like a Eisen something. One's like a hard one, like Nick. Like
Careful.
like Nick Toffin. Like something
I
very
don't remember
hard.
that one.
Well, Rick Toffin.
I'm going
Rick Toffin's the
Ingrid Dan.
guy.
Ingrid and Belton.
I think something very like rough.
Like close on the borderline. What the fuck is happening on my fucking phone? I can't image search. What the fucking fuck?
You can't fucking suck, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, the Mercury. You do it, motherfucker.
It's right there. Bitch.
What the fuck?
You just gotta fucking do it. It's all this fucking porn you've
Because
been
they
watching.
just came out with the fucking iPhone 17, so now the 10's not good enough anymore.
They did just come out with the 16. That's
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I made that up. 16.
Oh, see, Nectar Toten.
Wait, really?
What is that how you say it?
What's the one with the theater?
Is that how you say it? Nectar Toten?
No.
Oh, Mino der Toten. Mino der Toten.
Kino der Toten. It's a K.
Oh, Kino. There it is. Kino
Ah,
der
I
Toten.
remember Kino der Toten.
I remember playing that a little bit. Dude, did you ever play the one with the presidents?
Yeah. I didn't like that map though because you can't do the train.
Yeah, it was
It's
sucked.
like that
But
map
fucking
sucked.
JFK?
He was like, "Well, gentlemen,
Yeah. And then fucking
we got all them off."
Ronald Reagan?
How did he sound? He's like, "Oh fuck, they're coming through my window." He's pretty old, right?
I don't think they played him like that.
Imagine they had it now. What would it sound like?
You're dead. Or
I'll be Trump, you be Biden.
you go first.
Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta get in the zone. You old fuck, all you gotta do is just hold them off, do your job, and we'll be fine. When I was in office, this never would have happened.
Where's the controller sign? What button?
What fucking button do I press? I can't fucking shoot. Oh, I gotta reload.
I
Oh,
died, Trump. I died.
Trump, come fucking get me up, goddammit. Come get me up.
Have
It's
you
turning
seen
red.
this?
Come get me up. Have you seen that one Call of Duty clip? And
Uh-huh.
There's one Call of Duty clip, and they're playing, and you hear the guy, like, when he gets shot, he's like, "I'm hit!" And they're like, why is he fucking acting like he got shot in real life?
Oh, he'll just say hell.
I'm hit! He dies, he's like, "Oh, God!"
They always say like some of the fucking best voice acting is like video games, and they're just fucking screaming.
Oh,
like,
yeah. He's saying shit.
Yes.
DC and the Justice League DC?
Jesus Christ, I think it's pretty fucking obvious, Joe, is it not?
Aren't they the same DC?
The fuck?
Oh, hell no. Tell me you didn't just say the dumb shit.
They just do different ones.
Have you guys seen that TikTok trend where you take a person's name and make rhyming jokes about it?
That sounds made up, Joe.
No, Donnie, it's real. I swear it. Fill us in, Jay Bizzle. Well, it's
I love those words. I swear it.
Okay, guys, who's ready to fucking kill the Ender Dragon?
I have to say that I think we're actually ready. Like, just look at all this gear we got.
yeah, sure. We're ready to kill this Ender Dragon, but I still want to fucking kill Donald.
Jesus Christ, man. What was that for?
It's fucking crazy.
God. AI is fucking insane.
Yeah, I wish we should do an AI like. I'm sure there's AI voice
this.
changers that we could change our voices to each other's. That'd be
That'd be
fucking
funny
crazy.
as hell.
Write that down. But
Hold on. I think I might have saved this. I try to save the funniest reels that I see because I know I want to reference them later.
yeah,
But let me see.
isn't life just one huge reference?
Is it life just one huge reel? I save this.
That meme where it's
She's like, "What I need, doctor?" And he's like, "I can't give it to you here, baby."
oh, he told me about that, right?
Guy? Yeah, you haven't seen it?
No.
Oh, well, there you go.
What I need. I'm a mad scientist. What I need.
I can't give it to you here, baby.
Oh my god.
He's so old.
Why
And
is
like,
his voice so deep?
oh,
I can't give it to you here, doctor.
I found it. Ready?
I'm hit.
You got hit?
Yeah.
Fucking dickhead, bro.
I saw that.
I'm dead ass, bro. You got shot. I'm hit.
That's so
Like, he has
good.
the perfect
I'm
little,
here.
like, quiver in the voice. I'm hit.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good.
Man, playing video games is fucking that takes it back.
It does, man. When we played the other night, it's like it's something in my inner child was healed. you
I
know?
was with my
Mario
my,
Party action.
like friends, and he made me play Call of Duty on his phone, and I played for it for like 40 minutes
Really?
on zombies, and it was hella laggy, so I had to pause it. Got to round 16, and then I
Damn, at
like
work,
purposely killed myself. No,
Oh.
just like outside.
Nice. What friend?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Interesting friend I've never heard of.
You know, maybe you're not everyone I know, Chris.
Yeah. That's fair.
But how's it fit? It fit's looking good.
Thanks. Yeah, I've been thrifting like a motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, you thrift like every week now.
Yeah, it's crazy 'cause, like, I've been noticing, like, every time I go to work, I'm like, there's always, like, at least one item I thrifted on me, you know? I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, my wardrobe is just becoming more and more thrifted shit.
I like it.
Sick.
All right, do like one of those like clothes hauls.
Wow, no, I got these Dickies like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I never wore them until like, I don't know, maybe this year. And then I'm wearing this Las Vegas shirt. Looks like an old school tattoo.
Yeah.
Roll the dice. And on the back is a big graphic of like a sexualized woman and alcohol and gambling. I actually wore that to work today, but
What?
yeah, I wore like a button up over it.
Oh.
But then it sucked because I went on a walk and I was too hot and I couldn't take the button
Imagine
up off.
your boss. Hey, Chris. She's bleeding. She needs her top shirt.
It's fine. Nobody's gonna care that much. It's not that crazy. It's not like it says "fuck bitches" and fucking get money.
It's a breast. It's a naked.
She's clothed.
She's a fucking mermaid. She's not clothed.
It's not a mermaid. It's a woman of the night.
Let me see.
I mean, I don't know.
Did she have a tail?
No, I don't think so.
Am I tripping?
Why would she have a tail in Las Vegas? Oh, it's Las
Oh. I don't know why I was thinking like those.
Basically wearing a bandana for a bra and underwear. Yeah. So. But yeah, I thrifted this fucking sick ass vintagey looking crew neck. Okay, my segue was
School.
we'll get to that. I was thinking how I used to just seclude myself as a child whenever I would feel like overwhelmed.
Yeah, Bruce Wayne.
And then I realized recently in therapy that my I think my attachment style is anxious and dismissive. I forget what it's called. Fuck. I'm blanking. It's I think it's called the disorganized attachment style, when you're both anxious and avoidant, basically. Which okay, sorry.
Sounds like a hybrid.
I
Isn't
thought
that the two
I thought I
opposites?
was the hybrid of anxious avoidant.
That's like the two
But
opposites,
I
right?
actually think I'm a lot more of a dismissive avoidant style, which means that I dismiss my own emotions. So like I'm not even aware that shit's kind of getting rocky with me until it's real bad.
Yeah.
You know, until I'm like on the verge of like a panic attack, or I'm just super fucking like I have shingles, you know, as a 23-year-old. So
it's
yeah,
barely only been-
because I just dismiss shit like, oh, it's not a big deal, or like,
Yeah,
oh, I
yeah.
don't need to deal with it. I don't need to talk about that with that person. It's fine, you know.
Yeah.
And then I got thinking about you, and I thought, because we were talking about that you had a counseling appointment at Modesto Junior College today, right?
Yeah.
And then I started thinking about when we were on that phone call. Throwing you under the bus a little bit. I don't know if you want to talk.
Do you want to talk about yourself?
We can cut this off. Cut this
No,
out. if you want.
go.
I started thinking about that one time that you had a counseling appointment like 4 years ago when we were all in college, and you started crying, like you just started bawling to your counselor.
What
Do you
the
remember that?
fuck?
You don't remember that?
I bought to my counselor?
Yeah.
Why?
You went to a counseling appointment, and I think it was like you were just coming to the realization, I think, that like school was not working out for you. And I think you were just like, I don't know what to do in life, and you were failing your classes and shit. And I think they were telling you like, you know, reality hit, and they were like, you got all these fucking units you need to do. You need to fucking get at least like this in your classes. And I think you just fucking, it was a breaking point.
Holy
you know?
shit.
You don't remember that?
I must have shut it out.
You started like bawling and crying for like a long time to your person, to the
Wow.
school counselor. Yeah. You
Fuck.
don't remember that?
No, I don't even remember that.
And then I started thinking, I feel like you might have some dismissive kind of tendencies as far as, like, you know, with when it comes to attachment style. And I think you probably dismiss your emotions as well, because, you know, it takes a lot to get to that point of going into a counseling appointment and then just losing it, you know?
Yeah, because that's a
And
stranger.
then again, recently, there was a similar situation where you kind of just
like broke down,
just bawled. And it's
2
like,
days in a row.
how are we getting to that point?
Yeah, why
you know?
are we getting to
Why
this
are you
point?
getting to that point where it's like a
Yeah.
full-on breakdown to like not a stranger, but like, you know,
Someone
not the first person
Yeah,
you'd
yeah, yeah.
expect.
Not your closest.
so then I'm thinking maybe we both dismiss our emotions. And we think, like, oh, it's not a big deal. Just work hard and you'll get through it, you know? Or just thug it out.
Like, don't open that Pandora's box.
Yeah. And then the box is ripped open whether you like it or not.
Thrust
you
and
know?
gulched out
Oh, yeah. Throat pied into reality.
into my mouth.
Yeah.
Reality is throat pied me.
Ah! Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Wow, throwing it on me.
And then I thought that'd be a perfect segue to talk about school.
Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Like, fuck. I mean, isn't that a lot of?
Sorry, keep talking.
You just asked me.
I didn't mean to tell you to stop. I was just like, I had an idea.
The finger is crazy in this fucking sweater.
I'm sorry.
But like, isn't that most people's points? Like, once they're crying and stuff like that, it's like you've dismissed stuff for so long that you're getting to the point where you're crying or panic attack or.
I think to us it seems
Oh, I
so
don't know.
normal, but I think that's not what a healthy person does.
Yeah.
I think a healthy person like talks about it.
Yeah.
Like they address it way sooner. You know, like
Yeah.
as soon as they're feeling a certain way, they address it. You know,
Yeah.
like if you feel a certain way about like what your partner's doing or what your fucking mom said, or you know, the mom's kind of crazy, but like I feel like it gets addressed and then it's you nip it in the bud.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Get that shit.
Instead of letting it get somewhere. I got the attachment wounds workbook that my therapist sent me.
Careful. Make sure you don't sign up for anything.
Another good segue.
Yeah. Right.
It's crazy how it all comes together. I thought I'd read some of these core wounds and see if they resonate with you.
Okay.
Right? Fearful avoidant wounds. Fearful avoidant is characterized by almost no elements of secure parenting, which causes lack of trust and self-worth difficulties. Core wound. I am bad and faulty. Explanation. You are criticized a lot by your caregivers, so making a mistake triggers your inner parent. Criticizing yourself a lot, walking around on eggshells around others, and being overly vigilant of their needs. Emotions, shame, and fear. How's that sound?
Yeah. I mean, it's cool.
Okay. Core wound. I will be betrayed. Explanation. You are unable to rely on your caregivers to provide your care and comfort, so trusting anyone is difficult. Maybe this is more towards me. Behaviors. Not trusting others. Questioning other people's motives. Struggles to have consistent friendships and relationships. Emotions. Resentment and anger. Core wound. I am a burden. Explanation. Your parents weren't able to provide comfort when you needed something, which triggers rejection. Behaviors. Not engaging in relationships. Seeking out confirmation from others that you are a burden. Emotions. Guilt and sadness. Almost done. Core wound. I am not good enough. Your caregivers were not able to provide comfort in insecure moments, leading you to not feel good enough. Behaviors. Taking on too much to try and prove that you are good enough. Over-criticizing yourself. Emotions. Guilt and sadness. Core wound. I am unsafe. Explanation. Caregivers may have been volatile and abusive towards you. Nobody was there to defend you. Behaviors. When entering a discussion, you feel the need to hyper-defend yourself. Responsive to small comments. Emotions. Fear and anger and injustice. That didn't hit as hard as I thought it was going to.
Isn't volatile like up and down? Like things are so volatile around here.
I think so. I think it's like you kind of get triggered easy, and it's like hard to kind of
Like gauge.
Yeah, like
that
kind
makes
of
sense.
all
Like
over
your
the
parents
place.
are so volatile because they're like all over the place.
I think so. Just a thought.
Nice. Thanks for putting that in my head. Appreciate it, bud.
Yeah.
You know, it's something I was thinking that I don't like that I do.
Do any of those resonate with you or no?
Sure.
No, I'm serious.
Well, I just
How did you feel? Was it like this doesn't really apply to me?
no. Well, it's just like there's so much. There was like 12.
Okay.
But if I were to like say, it's just like more like
I think the
I would
anxious
tell you-
ones might be better for you.
don't give them the list. It's fine. I just talk about what my parents are, and then you could fill in the blank.
This isn't interesting to you?
No, I is.
Can I read a couple?
Okay, go.
All right. Here's anxious preoccupied. Let's see if this resonates more.
Okay, like
And you listeners at home,
yeah.
think if this resonates to you.
Well, like stop and give me a chance to like say it on each one, yes or
Okay.
no. Like you're giving me 12, and then I lost
Okay.
11 of them.
This is for an anxious preoccupied attachment style. Core wound. I will be abandoned. Explanation. Through lack of emotional regulation, you receive the message that Through lack of emotional regulation, you receive the message that you are unimportant, a form of abandonment. Behaviors. You are more vigilant of when others are not available for you, being more clingy in relationships and contacting them more frequently. Emotions, panic, and fear.
Yeah.
I will say I was a lot more like that in the beginning of my relationship. And then once like the relationship gets like comfortable, I start to fade back and I get very dismissive.
Nice. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, like, from what you said.
Does it resonate or no?
Yeah, I think a bit. I think it's weird because I don't think, like, you notice your shit. Like, I wonder, okay, the characteristics from these, like, the responses you give from your upbringing, right, are more noticeable now, I guess, in these last, like, 7 years. But you were definitely showing signs of shit, like, growing up.
I think it was just normal to you though, you know?
Yeah, well, and also, like, you just don't remember because it's like, bro, you're like 12.
And
But,
it
like,
worked
what if I
back
like
then.
what if like my sister or my mom left for like the day or something, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like they're gonna leave me, or like they stop paying attention to me for like a week, and I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
they hate me. But like I would never remember that. But that's a trip because you were definitely doing it.
Yeah,
It's not like you were just NPC incognito like the whole time, you know?
that's the tough thing in therapy for me is I'm like, I don't fucking remember. Like, I don't remember a lot of shit from my childhood, and
Yeah.
I think you just block it out. Like, I think
Yeah, it's just like there's so much sensory of like information. It's
yeah,
like
it's overwhelming.
You're not supposed to even remember most of it, you know?
Yeah.
Like whatever.
Am I making you uncomfortable by doing this?
No.
Am I crossing the line?
I'm chilling.
Okay.
I just think it's like hard because it's like it's just so vague, and it's like it's more like I had to work on myself.
Should I just read the definition for the attachment styles?
Sure.
Do you want that? Let me read one more. Core wound for anxious preoccupied. Core wound, I don't belong. Explanation. Because your identity is tied to external factors such as friendships, relationships, and material possessions, as soon as one weakens, you feel insecure. Behaviors. Seeking out confirmation and reassurance from your partner or friends. If you don't feel included, you will become fearful. Emotions. Jealousy, sadness, and fear.
That's pretty good.
I relate
I'm
to
pretty
that as
fucking
well.
jealous within my relationship, which fucking sucks, and like pretty like
I've always been a jealous
fearful.
type.
like fearful of like leaving, like just being like fuck, like it takes so long to respond, like what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
Like which fucking sucks.
I think I dismiss it for a while, and then once it's been like a long ass time, I'm like, okay, what the fuck's going on? You know?
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I start to get anxious. It's like that duality of it, I feel like.
Yeah.
All right. We could switch off this topic if you want.
No, keep
I
going.
just want to keep going. You want to?
Yeah.
Okay. Core wound. I will be rejected. Explanation. You received inconsistent soothing from your parents, so when they did not soothe you, this felt like rejection. If people aren't available, it feels like rejection. Behaviors. Overly dependent on other people. May well lose your own identity in relationships or friendships. Emotions. Sadness, loneliness, and despair. I think I've definitely dealt with the losing my identity in a relationship or friendships.
Yeah.
I think I've learned to handle that a lot better. But yeah, I think like especially towards the beginning of the relationship, it's like how I'm doing is how they're doing, you know? Or how I'm doing is how we're doing. And if we're not doing good, I'm not doing good, you know?
Yeah.
Type shit. All right, that's enough of that. Yeah, I just, I think we got other stuff we could talk about.
No, it's not bad.
You want to talk about school?
Is that your was that your school story?
Oh, no.
You want to do that first?
Oh, sure. God, I have a lot of talking points today, actually, more than I noticed.
Nice, cool. That's good.
Okay, so I was thinking the other day. I don't know how this came up. But I suddenly got this memory of when I was in the 5th grade. And this was one of my favorite teachers I ever had. His name was Mr. Marinovich. And I actually went to... Never mind. But he was a sick-ass teacher, and I think he actually, like, left... I think he impacted me in a lot of ways that I didn't realize until I started thinking about this memory.
Nice.
Is that my voice? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was just passionate about a lot of cool shit. Like, he would, at the beginning of every class, every single day, he would clip, like, stories out of the newspaper and, like, read them to us and, like, kind of talk about, like, why it's important or why it's cool and, like, kind of elaborate on it, you know? And it was just so fucking cool. Like, one day we'd talk about, like, mountain lions or, like, fucking this, like, dam that was put up and why it, like, affects us, you know? Or, like, it was just so cool. And it got you to, like, care about stuff. He was a really cool
just
teacher.
the way he was, like, portraying it. Like, the passion he was portraying.
Yeah. But he had this fucking, like, fiery side to him, you know? Like, he was this huge fucking guy. Like, he was so fucking tall and just, like, buff and shit.
Yeah.
And he actually grew up with my dad, which is interesting because my dad would, like, tell me about him growing up. And I guess he got in, like, hella fights all the time and shit. And he was, like, a really rough kid. But there was one day in class. We would do this thing. I don't know. We would, like, have to journal about stuff in the mornings. And there was this kid in our class. And he couldn't find his journal. And we had the desk that would open up. So, like, it was like a hollow, like, metal where you could put all your books and papers and shit.
On the tabletop.
And you could lift up the tabletop to get stuff. And
cool.
This kid, Jojo, couldn't find his notebook. And I remember them having a conversation, like, where's your notebook? And Jojo was like, I can't find it. You know, but he was also kind of the kid that would, like, just be like, I can't find it. I don't care. I'm not doing it. You know, give up kind of easily. Mm-hmm. And Mr. Marinovich got so fucking pissed. He lifted up because he was like, fucking find it, you know, find it. And he was yelling at him. Like, they were yelling. I don't remember the build up, but there was a build up of, like, where is it? I can't find it. Well, you need to find it. Look for it. I did look. Like, it was multiple trips of, like, did you look? Couldn't find it, you know? Yeah. And it got to the point where he's yelling at him. And he's like, big ass dude, right? He picks up his whole fucking desk, like, with one hand opens the top, you know? And then with the other hand is holding the other, like, the bin of the desk so that it's open. And he fucking just flips it upside down and fucking shakes everything onto the floor. And he's like, find it! Dude screamed. Screamed.
I cry.
Like, pierced the room, and it was just dead silence.
Like, when someone does something that's like, I can't trust you.
Dude, he emptied it. He dropped everything on the floor. And just papers and shit and pens and, like, books and just everywhere. Just fucking such a mess. It just screamed at him to find it. Yeah. Right?
So what happened?
I don't know what happened, but I just
no, what do you mean?
I mean, I think he did find it.
In there?
I'm pretty sure he found it.
Oh, my God.
And it was there the whole time, you know? But it's just crazy because I'm like, holy fuck, like, I forgot that teachers would do shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And I'm like, I know teachers would lose it more than that. I just forgot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Especially when just, like, kids would be like, just fucking hoodlums, you know?
I totally forgot about that.
Because they're not reading me.
And I remember my 4th grade teacher, her name was Mrs. Smith. And she was very... One might call her a cunt.
Okay. All right.
She would just snap, dude, and she would get so pissed and just yell at us. And I remember we were going out to, like, PE at the end of the day, and she told this kid, I think, she was like, go get the balls. And us being 4th graders.
What'd you say?
We all are just like, you know? Like, that's it. Like, I think she just saw us, like, smiling or maybe chuckling. And she was like, what? She was like, that's not funny. Balls, balls, balls. Go get the balls. And I remember I told my mom, and then, like, still to this day, my mom will say that. Anytime she says balls, like, she'll say, can you go get the balls, balls, balls? Because she thought it was so fucking funny, you know? It's just crazy. I just remember teachers screaming, dude. Like, they would get.
Oh,
that didn't happen to you, or do you not remember?
I don't remember. But I'm sure there was
Damn it,
like
I can't either. But
I think
it's coming back to
especially
me.
going to Glick and shit like that. Like I'm sure there was just kids. Like, have you ever seen that old video? And it's like this girl and she's recording. In the very beginning, there's like the guy next to him. He's like, and he's like some for his name. He's like, stop it, damn. He's like, my fault.
My fault.
Yeah, fucking dude,
No
I got
way.
it, dude, because the way
It's
he
just-
says it is so
It's just
funny.
so crazy that teachers get pushed to that point where it's like all they can do is fucking scream because they're that pissed, you know? I
Yeah.
remember that happening so much.
Yeah,
you
'cause
know?
you get, like-
especially in middle school and elementary.
Especially
Not
if
so
it's
much
towards
high
the
school.
class too, like
Yeah.
fuck, you know?
It's so crazy, dude. I remember in high school we were taking a final and this kid was fucking cheating. And no, he had his phone out during the finals, and that was like the one fucking rule. Just don't have your fucking phone out until everybody's finished, you know, until I say.
Wait, can I show you real quick?
Yeah.
You should end up with. Okay?
So it'll be. Remember this.
Isaac, shut the hell up! Damn! You should end up with. Okay?
So it'll be. Remember this.
Isaac, shut the hell up! Damn!
It's the damn. That's so
Damn! And the pause between it.
Yeah, like
he
you
thought
know,
it
you're
was
just like,
over.
damn. You know, like that's so good.
That is so good. My phone. Damn! That's so good.
You can just tell what he looks like, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just
What does
fucking-
he look like?
Like old
Shirt tucked
white,
in,
skinny.
collared. Like, you know he's dressed good because he's taking it serious to be that upset.
Yeah.
You know?
Mustache,
Short hair, yeah. Bald or
Yeah.
like very short cut hair.
gray hair, like a little bit of widow's peak, but from balding, just a
Maybe
touch.
glasses on. Probably glasses on.
Like messy genius, you know?
Yeah.
Just like,
Damn!
like got like the soft button ups with the white shirt under, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, man,
God, I
that's
wish I could fucking remember more. I know there's so many more
I
stories.
wish I could be a teacher
you
and just
know?
fucking blow up and just see what they say.
Yeah.
Like see their perspective.
We should ask Tristan how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tristan doesn't give a shit. Tristan ain't blowing up.
I just remember this other story too. My friend Elias and Ruben, they were both in like a class together at one point at Riverbank High, and I think he was fucking around like with Ruben, like saying some dumb shit, you know.
Yeah.
And then their English teacher was like, Elias, please. He would always say that, like growing up, like, Elias, please.
That's so sad,
Like, they just
dude.
get to their wits end, dude.
It's so bad.
Oh, I remember my fucking 7th grade English teacher. His name was Mr. Bierke. He was German.
Uh-huh.
And he was, dude, he was such a fucking trip. Like, he was just such an interesting
character.
man.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I can't even begin, you know? He was just one of those guys, you know? He's just on another fucking planet. And I remember he, like, I think he shared this, like, some, like, kind of template with us for, like, writing this fucking prompt that we had or whatever. And I think we all had laptops at that time. It was kind of crazy in 7th grade. We all had fucking laptops.
Yeah, I remember that. Charging stations?
Yeah. And he sent out his template, but he fucking sent it in like who you share with can edit it. And people started writing like hi or like
Yeah.
Mr. Bierke is weird or something like that. And he was like, do not edit my template. He got so fucking pissed, dude.
Gosh.
Yeah. I remember that same teacher got me in trouble
Why?
because I burned my report card as a kid.
Dude, there's no way.
Yeah, I burned it.
What is this,
Not that I
fucking
just threw it
sitcom?
away. I burned it in
Yeah.
the trash
Yeah,
can.
like you could have just threw it away anywhere.
Yeah. And and I remember Elias was there, actually, funny enough.
Yeah.
He was over at my house, and I went and got the mail because I knew that I had 2 C's on my report card.
Yeah.
And I knew my parents were not going to have that shit. And so
So were you in middle school?
Yeah, 7th grade.
Uh-huh.
And so I intercepted the... Sorry. Okay. It was a progress report, which is what you would get in between the report cards.
Yeah.
And I knew that shit had 2 C's on it, And I was like, I'll fucking get him up by the time the report card comes in.
Yeah.
And so I told Elias, I was like, I think I'm gonna go burn this shit. He was like, okay.
Why did you get the mail? Like you did that, or you knew?
I knew it was in there. I knew it was coming up. And I knew my grades weren't where they should be.
He just came the mail this whole week.
They were gone. They went home, and then I burned it. And then, fucking Mr. Bjerke. I was talking in class, as the social funny guy I am.
Yeah. When did you
And he
switch
got
to be
upset
so
about it.
fucking quiet? High school?
I know. Yeah, I think high school.
Yeah.
I mean, I was always
going through
quiet,
it a
but
lot.
once I I don't know.
It's the divorce.
I think junior year is when I got real quiet. Because before that, I was funny.
Just
you
you
know,
and
I would
Angel,
fuck
dude.
around a lot.
I just love you guys. You guys are just so like fucking main character, fucking hood on, just like emo Twilight music going on. Like,
Yeah,
girl,
we're so
like,
dark.
grow
man.
up.
I know.
Such typical teens. Like that's teenage fucking shit right there. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Headphones on, walking from class to class.
Yeah. When like the
Just for
world
the
is
5 minutes to walk.
the world is yours right now, and
Yeah.
you're fucking shutting it out.
Yeah. I didn't want anything to do with it. Anyways, yeah, 7th grade. And I was talking and stuff in class, and he got upset, and I think he like called me out like, Chris, like, please be quiet, you know? And then he fucking took it way further than he should have. And he emailed my mom and was like, I just want to let you know he's been kind of disruptive in class, and, you know, I've had to make multiple comments or whatever. And then he went a step fucking further, and he was like, and I noticed that in his other classes, his grades are starting to drop. And he has a fucking C in math.
The fuck?
And like
Pocket watcher?
a C in this class. I know. And then my mom was like, what's this about these fucking C's, you know? And then, and then she grounded me. Okay. I was grounded until the progress report came in. But the progress report already came in.
Yeah.
And it was in ashes in the trash can.
Yeah.
So, and then I had to tell her. Because she was like, well, you'll be grounded until the progress report comes in. About that. The thing is, it ain't coming.
Let me sit you down real quick.
And then my fucking friends, dude, like Cheech and them, like they never let it go. They were like, "Why the fuck did you tell them?" And I was like, "Dude, they fucking were gonna ground me until it came
for
in."
Millennium.
Yeah, and they were like, and then I was like, I had to get it off my chest. And so now they always say that he has to get it off his chest, in, like in any situation.
So we
He
gotta
tells
have them all back
Joanne.
on.
I know. We should.
Definitely. So many insiders.
Yeah.
Dude, I think I remember that I would get, because you would get grades. God, a fucking memory, huh? A grade in a progress report, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or just your report. And there would be like letters for different like bad things. And I think maybe it's like something,
Like
I think you're saying
additional
like
shit.
D was like disruptive. And I think I got that on a couple classes because I would talk.
Yeah.
And I was like, just scary. Because it would be like your grade and then it would be that.
Were your parents like on your ass about grades, or did they not really give a
I think
shit?
I did pretty good in school, so I don't think they really had to. Like, I wasn't getting like fucking A pluses, but I was definitely getting like A's and B's.
Yeah.
Like, so I was never like maybe a
Nice.
couple like C's, but they were like, well, we know you're gonna like do good. It's not like they're gonna sit down and, like let's do homework together. You know, it's just
Yeah.
like, hey, you got to do this. I'm like, okay, I'll figure something out. You know,
My parents were pretty strict looking back on it.
I was
Stricter
helping.
than I realized.
I was helping Santi a couple of days ago with his homework, his 5th grade homework.
Nice.
That shit is fucking crazy. 5th grade, by the
Really?
way, learning about fucking chemical reactions, chemical reactants, products, reactants, methane, transformations.
What the
It's
fuck?
like, what the fuck is going on?
That is crazy.
Santi couldn't say every other word. I was like, I don't blame you. You know?
I don't remember learning about chemical reactions
That's what I'm
until
saying.
junior year.
It was like methane
no, maybe like 8th
plus
grade.
oxygen turns into like carbon dioxide and like water or something like that when you like burn it or something. You know, don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
But it was those chemicals.
Holy
and
shit.
it was just like, what is the product?
You're
or
so
like,
cozy over here. Huh?
I know it's so these socks. It's like, what is the product? You know, like what's the? Because like
Yeah,
the
but
rule,
this product.
the rule is that like no matter how you change it, the total should be the same. And it was like, you know, what's the total of the? It was
They're
hella
counting
hard.
like fucking
And
electrons.
you could tell
and
like
shit?
it was just going over his head, dude. And I was like, dude, I don't blame you, man.
Did
I
it
feel
go
so
over your head?
bad. I had to reread it like 7 times
Did you understand it though?
after I reread it.
Oh.
So I'm like, if Santi, who can't, it's like hard for him to pronounce it, he's not even gonna be able to know what the word means. You know? Dude, it was so hard too, like studying because he gets distracted, and I was like, Man, this is tough for a parent because you're supposed to be doing homework with your kid.
Yeah.
Like, he's
Yeah,
not gonna just be
homework.
reading this and just be by himself and be like, "I got it." It's like he's obviously gonna either one be distracted or two, like he needs to ask for more. You know?
I don't remember ever asking my parents for help
Yeah, me neither.
because I was just like, they're not gonna fucking.
I
Get
think
it.
the only thing I ever asked my like sisters for help is like projects. Or
Yeah.
that like I kind of need help, or maybe they did help me. You know?
the night.
But I think I
of-
was like a self-taught genius.
Were you the kid that like the night of was like the night it was due? You know, was like, fuck, I have this fucking
Yeah,
project.
that's
know?
why I get anxious as hell because I'd always be like, dude, I have this project, and they'd be like, we don't have shit, and I'm like, fuck, I
They
need
tell
it.
you that.
I need it.
Oh fuck,
Dude, we don't like our printer
We don't have
doesn't
shit.
like our printer doesn't work, or like our fucking we don't have this paper, or like we don't have this. Like, oh my god, what are you talking about?
You're
Like,
my
hella
parents, make it
stressed.
happen.
Yeah, like no. Like we don't
I'm
have
fucking 8 years
like we don't have a
old.
glue stick. Like what do you mean? What do you mean, Mom? It's 11. CBS is closed. I'm done. You understand? I'm done.
Just a grown man mental breakdown. I'm done. I've had it.
With the pencil in my hand. Fuck! The progress report is coming out in 2 days. The quarterly.
You know what this means for me?
Everyone's gonna see the quarterly earnings. You don't understand, Mom. You don't understand. I would love to blow up on someone.
Oh
like
my
that,
god,
dude.
I know. Because it's the shit that we would never do. You know?
Yeah.
We're way too
I just
shy.
like to imagine like a kid doing that, you know, like a boss baby. You know, like boss baby, you know, with the suit and stuff. You don't get it. You don't get it. I need the milk at 70 degrees because it's too cold. I don't have teeth. I don't know what you don't understand. Give me my.
You'll never understand.
Give me my fucking pacifier
It's your shit.
right now.
You my shit.
You know what I think?
Clean it up. Clean it up.
2 hours ago, I shit in the fucking kitty litter. I did that. It wasn't the fucking cat.
He's like, oh wow, fucking Gunther's got a big shit today. It was me.
I heard it. I act like I didn't understand. I fucking understand 3 languages.
I learned how to take off my diaper. The shit.
I purposely wait till you unwrap the diaper to piss on you. I think it's funny.
This is how I feel.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm fucking hot, dude. I have to take off my sweater now.
that was a good scream.
I felt kind of good, huh?
Yeah, that was really nice. Want to keep going? It's like just like get that. Out. Okay.
Like I hurt my throat. You talk about school on that note?
Okay, yeah. So I am possibly potentially
A human. Sorry.
I am possibly potentially most likely gonna go back to school. Thanks. And it's such a trip because I know a few years ago, back when I fucking wasn't wanting to go to school and dropping out of school, I remember being on this podcast and being like, fuck school, man. I remember just being like, dude, it's not the only option. You don't need to fucking be successful. Like, you don't need a degree to be successful. Like, it's just one route. Like,
Yeah.
and that still holds up to an extent, right? Like, it's definitely like, I still think like it's not necessary to get a degree to be successful. It's just for me at this moment with what I wanted to, I guess, do, or with my drive, or with my lack of skills, or different types of skills, I want a degree. You know, like,
Yeah.
doesn't mean like you have to, you know? So this isn't like, oh my God, like, you know, I was totally wrong and like, you guys should all do this too. It's just like, that's just what ended up happening with me was that I'm just like getting this point where I'm like getting older, obviously, fucking Christ. And I'm just like, I could feel myself slightly starting to like, not drown, but like, you know, the water's starting to get to your chest. And so it's like, okay, well, like I need a life jacket right now, you know, before I'm drowning.
Oh,
So-
man.
Right? So it's like, I don't want to get to that point though. Like, I don't want to get to the point where I'm drowning and I'm like, fuck, like, you know, I'm behind. So I'm like, I'm starting to get to that pressure. Like more every year is like the water's rising where I'm like, okay, like nothing, I'm not changing much, you know?
Yeah.
And the water's rising fast. Like, you know, it's outpacing me. So I'm like, okay, like I want to get ahead of this. And I don't know, for me, that's just like making more money and like getting a degree and like just changing my career path and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been thinking about this for the last few months. And yeah, I just kind of like pulled the trigger pretty intensely yesterday technically. I made like a counselor appointment to like just get my foot in the door. And
Yesterday you made the appointment?
Yeah.
And you already got it today?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's clutch. If you guys go, like, I haven't even wanted to. Like, if you just go to the MJC, like, thing and, like, make a counselor appointment, it should be, like there was a lot of options.
Yeah.
Like, time-wise for the day. It's
Nice.
like 8 appointments throughout the day.
Damn.
But I remember, like, my student ID and my student shit, so maybe that helped. Like, I was already in,
nice.
you know? Fucking crazy. Thank God I have my notes app with everything I have. You know?
Nice.
And so, yeah, I was just like, you know what? I want to go back to school. I want to make more money. And, like, I feel like I have a ceiling. And I don't want to work, like, crazy hard, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's, I guess, my own, like, fault and stuff. Like, I want to work, like, decent and have good work-life balance and make money. So, I just, like, you know what? I have 42 units done. Like,
that's a fucking lot.
yeah, it's a
dude.
good amount, dude.
Yeah.
So, like, I think that's, like, technically, like, a fourth or a third of a degree. No, it's a fourth of a degree.
Yeah.
You know? I think 160 is to graduate. So, I told him that, and
I think it's 120.
Maybe 120, right?
I think so.
Because, like,
160
12
is a
and
lot.
12 and 12. Yeah, just like, is it though? Because isn't like 80 to transfer, or is that 120 to transfer? Or 60 to transfer?
How many
Might be
units
60 to transfer.
is a bachelor's? Can you see how much my hands are shaking right now?
A little bit. Why?
I'm really hungry. You know, you hit that point, and you're like, oh my God, I'm like weak.
Yeah.
That's me right now. The 48 semester units or 72 quarter units should be, motherfucker, just give me a fucking number.
Oh my God.
How many units are 4 years of college?
What's your AI telling you?
Oh, wow. To graduate in 4 years, you should average about 15 units per quarter to achieve 180 units. Best per quarter, so that's UC system, I think. Okay, here we go. Yeah, you'll generally need to complete at least 120 unit hours.
Yeah, so right there. 120 to 160. Let's just go with that. A lot.
To
So I got a
figure
lot done. And I just told the guy, like, hey, you know, I'm, like, looking into engineering. Fucking, like, a pretty rough degree, you know, tough. But I think it will give me, like, a lot of opportunities. And I work in that kind of field a lot. And a lot of peers in that field.
Yeah.
And I like math. And, like, it seems kind of cool to be, like, in, like, slightly in machines, you know? I was thinking, like, the only thing I really would enjoy, a couple things, was, like, one, get into, like the video stuff, like this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And two, like, something where I could, like, go and be in nature, like, completely. Like a fucking, like
geology or something.
yeah. Like, what is it, like, when you take care of shit? Like, national fucking...
Conservationism?
Yeah, stuff like that, where you just, like, go. You get to be kind of
so
fit
sick.
and stuff. But I'm just like, I don't want to really do all that. Like, just the path to that seems rough to make it, you know? Maybe. I don't know.
Well, do you know anything about the path?
No.
Are you just assuming that?
Well, I'm just saying, like, just fucking, you know, just gonna leave my hobbies to my hobbies.
If I could go back, I probably would, like, explore something like that.
If I could write you a song to make you fall
Fall
in
in
love,
love,
I
and
would
I
already have it
right
but
under my
arms.
arm. And you
that
cool
you
like this. And you never be one because you're cooler than me. They never say hey or remember my name, and it's probably because you think you're cooler than me.
Nice. What about the better have you but the palm of my hand? Is that
I should have bought you flowers and held
Hold
your
your
hand. Should have gave you all my hours when I had the chance. Take you to every party, 'cause all you wanted to do was dance.
But
Now my baby's dancing, and she's dancing with another man.
Damn.
God, man, that's a good one.
Bruno Mars was good at one point.
He was good.
Like, for me, you know?
Yeah.
Those were bangs.
And like middle school, I think that was when that
I'll
was.
catch a grenade for you. Is that part of the back? Is that the back?
Yeah.
Singing? Oh, that was a different song.
I get on a plane for you.
Do anything for you.
All right.
Okay. And so I just told him that, and basically he was like, you know, like, yeah, good stuff on you and stuff like that. And basically said, like, all my general stuff is done besides 3 classes. Psych, which I failed 3 times, so I had to take it somewhere else.
3? Holy shit.
I think I failed it once and dropped it twice.
Damn, you just really want to keep taking it, huh?
Dude, and it was literally every psych class I've taken was easy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either it was like the essays that I like sucked at or the homework I didn't do. I think it was mostly the homework. But I remember the second
have to take it then.
Second time I took psych, I was like, dude, last year was fucking easy. What am I doing? I'm fucking locking in. Failed it or dropped it. Third one was when I dropped everything. So I think I just was like,
and you had Lee Cooler. She was like the sickest fucking teacher ever.
And so
where are you gonna take it?
Well, he like gave me like a website, and it shows you like all these like classes, like schools that offer it, and immediately when you finish it will send their transcript to like MJC.
Oh,
It's like,
nice.
cool.
Perfect.
And I could do like other ones, like I don't have to do psych, but that's, you know, since the GPA and dropped it twice, it would look good if I accomplished that one. You know? So I had to take psych, English 103, which I also dropped at one point, and then a new one. I think it's like ethnic studies or I think this the little acronym is like ETH or something like that, but it's something about like studies of Latinx. It's cool though.
Nice.
That's a new one.
That sounds interesting.
And he said like, oh, that's all you need for general. He's like, everything else is done. He's like, category B, your category C, your
nice.
category D. He's like, all you're missing is your A and your E, one class each.
That's good.
Like, dude, I'm fucking hyped. He's like,
That's
now after
sick.
that, he's like, you could start focusing just on your major, you know?
That's really fucking cool.
So yeah, after this, I
That's
think it should be
motivating.
like major and elective classes. So I told him, and I was like, I think I'm just gonna take 2 classes. I'm just gonna do the English and the other one, like ethnic, whatever, and just do 6 units and
Yeah,
just
take
start
it
there.
slow.
Just start there. I want to do like 3 to be like done with all my general. Like I don't want to push it, and I think like just right now trying to stress on like finding the student, because I'd have to like sign up for the like whole system if it's not MJC, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, you know, let me just do 2, and I'll just do that whenever I can. you know?
Nice. So you gotta register for 2
So I had to reapply to be a student today.
today.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And then I gotta hope that it happens in time, because on Monday is when I could register. And I was like,
shit.
for spring, for January.
Damn.
And I was like, dude, I thought I missed it. You know,
Yeah.
because it's fucking November. I remember like registering for classes like October, I think.
Yeah, early.
And he's like, yeah. He's like, you know, he's like, but you made it. And he's like,
Fuck. Nice.
and that's crazy, because if I wouldn't have moved this fast, like if I would have done it next week, like I would have been like,
Yeah, maybe not been able to register.
probably
and
classes
shit.
would have been closed, you know? And so I'm hyped. I was telling Chris a lot about the emotions. I guess I missed that whole point, but I was driving there and I was just anxious as hell, just like scared to go, right? Because it's like I've been gone for like, I think the last semester I did was in 2019.
Why are you
So-
scared though? Let's
I'm
sit with that.
scared of failing. I'm scared of like the feeling I had failing those classes, because I was always like unmotivated, tired, stressed, always like something I needed to do but didn't do. And I think like, man, if I couldn't do it when I had like part-time job and shit, like how am I going to do this now? And I'm scared because I know there's going to be nights where I'm tired. There'll be nights where I'm like watching a lecture, trying to do an essay, and it's fucking like 12. Like obviously I'm trying not to get to that point, but it's going to happen definitely a good amount of
Yeah.
times. Just tired. I'm scared of being tired. I'm scared of like failing. Like if I like can't do it or something, and I just like do it again, you know, I'm just so scared of like the negatives, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
And
My therapist would say, "Why are you choosing to focus on all that stuff?
no, in her accent.
Why don't you think of? Why are you thinking about all the things that can go wrong?
There you go.
Why don't you think about what can go right?
Yeah.
It's just interesting, you know, just something to think about."
Nice. Yeah, and I don't know. I think it's just like a low self-esteem kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to think like I could do it, you know, like I want to be motivated, but you know, as everyone says, like motivation, but also like discipline, you know? It's like I'm going to not be motivated. I'm motivated now because I'm fucking, you know,
I think so
starting.
much has changed since then. You know?
Yeah, I have
You
a
are
goal.
literally a different person at that
You know,
time.
I have
you
a
know?
goal. It's not that I want it, it's like I need it, you know? I'm like,
And then
dude,
you're
I'm gonna
working at
do-
Hollister.
Yeah.
You hadn't been fucking penetrated by the phallus of life.
Yeah.
You know, like
I was
seen what it's like to
I was
like,
a boy.
You know, you
I
went
came
working,
back as a man,
Exactly.
you know?
You're literally like a different person. you know?
Literally.
You're very disciplined now. You know.
So I'm pretty excited to be back. I was telling Chris, it was a trip though, like walking through like the campus. Like I was telling him, it was like a movie of like going back and forth of like my old self and like new self, because it's like the same scenery, walking down the same path, and I'm like, it was just a weird trip, dude. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I remember I would like vividly like these pathways I'd take, like to go from like English to humanities, and then we would just go like to the student center to play like the arcade game, like all 4 of us.
Yeah.
Or is it me, you, and Andrew was a lot, right?
I didn't play as much. Yeah, I think it was you guys.
But that was it, just us 3? I thought there was 4 people.
I mean, sometimes I was there. Nathan was there in the beginning.
Nathan. I'm saying 4 though. Me, you, and Andrew. That was it. I thought there was like a bigger
Angel.
group. Angel went to MJC?
Yeah.
Fuck. You know what's crazy? I didn't even remember you went to MJC.
Really?
Until Chem. Oh yeah, we took humanities. So it was us 4. God damn it. I don't know why I thought both you guys went straight to a 4-year. Anyways.
No.
And just like, I remember doing that. I remember going to lunch. I remember going to the library all the time. Always on the computers, like doing work. And
we'd fuck around in the library and shit. Remember that fire drill video of me like?
Yeah. And then I was just like, dude, like, what am I doing here? I'm fucking like, this is a trip.
Did everybody seem young as hell? Like, or not everybody, but a lot.
A few, I'm like, dude, like, I could tell you straight out of high school. Damn. A few, I'm like, you look a little younger than me. Yeah. But I just remember thinking, like, 24 just sounds so heavy to introduce to someone. Hey, like, I'm 24.
I feel like I would meet people that were like older, but yeah.
I feel like I remember meeting people like straight out of high school or hella old. I don't remember meeting like mid-20 people, No, so I'm sure there was. I just probably didn't like notice, Like I'm sure I'd even ask a lot of people their age. I just assumed they were like me, And it was interesting for sure. And then this is such a fucking funny like teenage thing in a movie thing to do.
No.
I finished the counting. I was walking back, I was like, you know what? Let me just walk inside this building. I was like, let me just like feel the campus like how I used to be.
Yeah.
So like I walked into this building that I used to have English in, and I just walked down the hall. I was just like, wow. I was like looking
Founders
at
Hall. Probably.
Like walking in, some classes were open. I would just like look back, and like all these people were in classes. And I was just like stairs I'd go up, and I was just like, dude, like what the fuck is going on? It was like such a weird feeling. Like if you were to go back, you would feel the exact same way. Yeah. Like we got to go back one day. I'm just gonna take
nostalgic,
like you would just feel like, dude, like I think that just puts time in such a fat perspective, but it feels weird.
Yeah.
It feels like if like you were if you were a piece of paper, right? On one end, you have your current self, and on one end you have your past self, and like in just these moments, like you're just like splitting the paper in half, and you're just like I'm just there. All of a sudden, I'm like back with myself.
Yeah,
I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And
I would love to feel that.
It was a weird.
So
it was like a depressing, nostalgic. Like it was, but there was some like good in it. I guess also because I'm going back.
Yeah.
But like I think if I wasn't going back and I just dropped out, maybe I was like 40 or something, and I'm like, fuck, I never came back or something. It'd be worse. But it was definitely some like fat nostalgia. And I just remember, I just always calculate like if I never dropped out, like man, I'd be 22 with a degree or something like that, 21 with a degree. I'm just like, what am I doing? And I'm like, dude, I took 4 or 5 years off. Like, just shit like that. It's stupid.
It's just part of your journey.
Yeah, it's just part of the journey.
That's how it had to happen.
Yeah. But man, it was weird walking down those hallways and just like seeing people like our age or was our age, and just being like, dude, like, do you even know like how lucky you are? Like, I almost want to give that spiel to someone random. Like, I'm getting that age.
Fucking old guy.
Yeah. Just like kid being like,
guys don't know how lucky you are. You're so young.
Yeah.
Just stay in school.
Let me see.
It'll be so.
You have any kids? You have a job? No.
Dude, the world's yours.
Yeah.
God.
I was giving that spiel recently to this guy, but he was asking me for advice. He was like a neighbor. He came to the garage and he's like, yeah, I'm thinking about going to school.
He's younger?
School. Yeah, like 18.
Oh, wow.
And I remember being like, dude, you have no kids. Like, you had no job. And he's like, I have a kid.
No, really?
I was like,
I have a kid.
Well, like,
you got one kid.
I was like, we want to do it now before he gets older. I just remember got caught off so off guard.
No fucking way. I have a kid.
Yeah, so that was my day, and like passing the taco truck and just feeling like, then
what fucking taco truck?
It was literally on the right side of the track. It was the only.
I remember the taco truck, but I just can't remember what it looks like or where it was.
I think I took a picture of it.
But I remember that being like the taco truck. Like,
but it
everybody
was pretty
would go
shitty.
there.
I remember being
Really?
like, yeah, it was all right.
Did you eat it?
No.
And where the fuck was that? Oh, across the street, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that now.
But
would
I
go
remember like a
sometimes.
lot of memories there, a lot of memories on like parking spots I used to do and stuff like that. Just memories I made there.
You should try to park on the street, nice and close.
I just didn't know. No, a lot. Like I just
You know,
didn't,
like on the street where there's those little like painted like square kind of things showing you where it is.
I was going to, but I was coming like from the opposite way, so I was like, I don't want to flip you or something, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's my plan right now. So I got to do that ASAP, and I'll keep you guys updated. I'm
Are you
scared to
gonna-
like throw this out in the universe because if I fail, it's like publicly.
One of many
Yeah.
that we've done. So.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like whatever. I don't want to be like I don't want to hide what
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
working on just because it might not fall through. You know. Ooh.
The bad toe. Are you gonna try to register for online or in person classes?
Yeah, because he gave me the options, like, but there were a lot of like Tuesday, Thursday classes. Like I work, and he's like, yeah, online's the way. And it sucks because I really wish I had like one like in person class for motivation, but also just for the
feel.
the people, the feel. Like
an experience.
I miss going to class. I miss meeting people. Like I miss like asking questions of the teacher. It's just different to be there, and as much as I hated like being a student and studying and stuff, I think I really enjoyed that. Just going to class, being there, meeting people. Like
I loved that.
you know,
part
like
of it.
so. Dude, interesting. What would you have picked? It was either English 103, which is when I dropped out,
Yeah,
or it was like argumentation or argumentative something.
probably the argumentative sounds fun.
He said that one was popular and fun, but it seems scary.
It does seem scary because it's like it might get a little heated and it's pressure. Like, fuck,
Yeah.
I really have to prepare for this, or else I'm gonna look stupid.
Yeah.
you know.
So I was just like, you know what? I chose the English.
The
But you've
argumentative-
taken debate, and I've just never taken anything like that.
I
So
never
was like,
took
you
it.
know, You took debate with Angel, didn't you?
No,
Oh, you debated it. In
I had a
government.
debate as a final in my fucking health class.
Yeah, yeah.
I
No,
had a debate
in government.
Oh yeah, in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I've had to do 2 different debates, and I didn't like it because I don't know. I didn't prepare enough, and yeah, I remember we had to debate the death penalty. We had a debate saying like the death penalty should not be that it should not be like it should be outlawed, like no more death penalty, you know. And I remember the other team's argument was like, prisoners have cell phones in prison. That was their main thing. It actually was just the fucking cell phones. They kept like emphasizing that they have cell phones in there, and I'm like, you're still in prison. Like,
Yeah.
So what if you have a fucking cell phone?
trapped.
Like, you're trapped. Like
Yeah.
you can't go. All your experiences are gone.
Your cell phone
you
probably
know?
has like Flappy Bird, and that's it.
Yeah, I
Probably
don't know.
not even that.
Yeah, who
It's not like they're
knows?
on
But I'm just
Netflix.
like, that doesn't make life like worth living.
Yeah.
Like a cell phone. Like this is not fucking
If
life
it was like
itself.
this and it was like really good, I think it would hype me up a little bit. Like it keep
For
you
a
alive.
while, but like you're
But, like,
in prison.
I'm
dude,
sure they're
you
getting
know?
like fucking like shitty
and
phones.
watching porn and yeah, I don't know.
Like they don't have Wi-Fi, right? I don't know. What's going
I don't know, but it's like even
It's
if
not
you
gonna
do,
keep you going.
I feel like even if you had this,
Yeah,
with everything
in a
you know,
4x4.
it's like, what is? It's still prison, you
Yeah.
know. Like I think that's worse than death, actually. You know,
Yeah,
like,
get rid of this phone.
I'd probably rather die. You know.
Yeah.
So it's just I don't know. That was the trip, but I didn't have the wit at the time to like counter
cojones.
with that, and so I didn't even say anything like really
cojones.
to that point. Yeah, I just didn't even think about it, and then after I was like, that was such a fucking stupid thing to say. you
Yeah.
know? But yeah. God, yeah, I miss college actually.
Wish I could take you to like we should have went together.
Yeah.
You'd probably like have an existential crisis.
I would love to like just do a little walkthrough. I used to work there, and I've always felt really bad that I never went back and saw like visited my old bosses.
Yeah.
And I'm like, even now, because I work so close to MJC now, I'm like,
Yeah.
it'd be nice to go be like,
Everyone's
hey.
like, who the fuck are you?
I know.
I'm like, dude, I used to sit here, man. Like, you have like an appointment or something? Like, are you going back for your master's? I used to fucking help so many people out. Yeah, the boss quit like 2 years ago. I don't think there's anyone. Anyone know this guy?
Someone coughing while I'm talking.
Like, well, you remember this name. I'm about to make a name for myself, eh? Yeah, you should go back. We'll go back.
I mean, I'm not opposed to like, getting my master's at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or you have kids. I don't know, dude. It's a trip.
Yeah.
Should probably cut it soon.
All right. You ready?
Well, last second. 1 minute.
I have more shit to say, but
I'm just gonna say like the presidential election, just to throw it in the title.
oh, okay.
Trump won now. Dude, I didn't expect it.
Yeah.
I just didn't. I didn't. I was talking to Taylor like throughout and stuff. I was like, dude, he's not gonna fucking win.
I did. I had a bad feeling, you know. There was just so much like Trump shit everywhere. You know?
Yeah, but I always just thought like maybe that's my algo somehow. You know, I'm like, I'm sure there's a whole like Democratic side
out in the world. I'm like, you see Trump shit way more.
Yeah,
than you
he's
see
everywhere.
Harris shit.
He's
you know?
everywhere. He is everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like especially in shit like we do, like
We're
UFC,
in California.
MMA,
you know?
shit like this, friends, fucking coworkers. Like I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I just didn't expect it though. I was just like, dude.
Joe Rogan had him on.
Dude, he endorsed
I did not
him.
expect.
He
Yeah, and
endorsed him
endorsed
the day
him.
before. I was like, what?
I didn't expect because I think he always talks about how much of like a fucking clown
Yeah,
he is.
he doesn't
you know?
like him.
Yeah,
I guess.
So I was shocked, but I think he's just more. I think he doesn't like Kamala more than he doesn't like Trump. You know.
Yeah.
But it's just a fucking narcissist. Like the way he talks about himself is just sickening. Like
it's just so
any
much.
podcast he's ever been on, it's like he never says a single bad thing about himself. He never owns up to like any mistake he's ever made. It's always just like, and then you ask him one fucking simple question, it always goes like he goes on a fucking tangent, and it's always like, when I was in office, we had the best economy they had ever seen. And it never would have been that way until Biden came in and he ruined everything. I had the best relationship with Putin. Yeah. He respected me. Like, it's always like fucking, I had the best. It was the best. It never would have happened. We never would have been in a fucking war with this person if it was me. We never would have happened.
Yeah, it's like there's no statistics. There's no statistics to bring up anything.
You
just always like best, and then worst, the worst.
It's
and
like
that's how people repeat things.
Those people are insufferable when you meet them on the street. It's like, all it's about is just them, and all this shit they've done, and all the best things. It's like, God, it's like you hate running into those people. It's like, it's like, God, to have that person as president is crazy.
Yeah,
it's scary.
So that's gonna be rough.
Yeah,
I think it's just gonna be rough to hear about.
Can I say something?
And I heard, real quick, go.
No, you go.
I heard. I think it's also like the Republicans won the Senate, I think, and then the House.
Yeah,
so
I think
they're just
scary.
like fucking all like.
It's
because I remember telling Taylor, I was like, one of the Senates or Houses are always like the opposite, so nothing really even kind of happens.
She's like, no.
No, I don't think she knew at the time, and then I think later I saw it, and I was like,
yeah, it's like
shit might be getting passed a little bit faster.
Republican influence, and then when he was president last time, it just so happened that he was able to appoint like several Supreme Court justices, which is like pretty rare because they serve for life, you know.
Yeah, they don't retire.
And he was able to put in like hella Republican ass ones. It's just crazy because now they're there until they fucking die.
Yeah,
you know?
like he worked it out.
It's so crazy. Yeah. Okay. We celebrated my birthday last night just with my like immediate family, and like afterwards we were talking. I don't know how much I should say about this.
Be careful. Not your stuff.
But some of my family members.
Yeah.
My extended family. They had a fucking Trump election party during the election, dude. And it's just sickening.
Yeah.
Like, me and my family were just like, what the fuck? Like, we were all just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like, you found that out
what are you on?
there?
They were posting on Facebook all about it.
Wait.
No. I'm just with my mom and my sisters. And they were talking about on Facebook how, like...
They had one.
Yeah. And they fucking, like... They had Trump plates. They had Trump
That's the thing.
napkins.
It's like, why is it so, like...
They had their kids dressed up in Trump shirts and hats and with flags holding them.
Yeah.
Posting pictures. And they were wearing Trump shirts and shit. And had all their friends over. And I was like... It makes me not even want to go to fucking... Like, I didn't know. Because every time, like, politics would come up, like, everybody in my family, like, extended family, would be like, he's such a fucking idiot. You know? Like, he's a lunatic.
That's what you said.
And then all of a sudden, now they've, like, gone to the dark side. And it's like... They've always been, like, country folk, you know, Christian hunting, fishing type shit, farmers.
What is it? Hunter gatherers?
Yeah. And so it's like, I was always kind of surprised, which I'm like, I'm sure they voted for him, but they just didn't like the person he was, I guess. But now it's like, Jesus Christ, they're like outright fucking Trumpies. Like, God, it's awful. It makes me not want to go to fucking Thanksgiving.
I think people were like scared. They're like desperate. They're down bad. And it's like, this is a figure that's going to like fix it all.
Nobody's going to fix it all ever.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying like
it's
that's
such a delusional thing.
I think when you're just down bad, stressed, maybe a little and like uneducated. I mean, that could happen to us too. Like not even just Trump, but like other stuff,
Yeah.
Like you're just so more susceptible to shit like this, and you just need someone. Like let's just say you're like a religious white woman, and maybe you feel like a little targeted these last few years.
I think that's the main thing.
And like like your religion used to be like number one, and now people have a bunch of different beliefs, and it's stuff like this, and you're not like whatever. It's like obviously like boohoo, cry me a river, but it's also like you could kind of feel like, holy shit, like I'm fucking like stressed, like I'm like losing shit, like, but this guy's gonna promise shit back, and like you're just like, I need him, like he's my messiah, and it's just like when you're so extreme.
It's so extreme,
like you support extreme.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, like, what's the fucking, like, no one should ever have this much fucking hold over you.
Yeah, neither of them.
Like, literally, the only thing that should ever have that much hold over you is your gambling addiction and your porn addiction.
Literally. Like, why are you wearing clothing and having,
you could be jerking off.
Having a flag in your fucking truck?
Yeah.
Bumper stickers. Like, it's just fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's like, that's just too much.
What are you doing? It's like you're worshiping this person.
That's the thing is, like, because he talks in such extremes and everyone supports him in such extremes.
It's like a cult leader.
They think he does in such extremes.
Yeah.
They think his actions and his
like
results.
Everything's going to change.
And like that, he has changed. Like, like it's not like, hey, the stock is it right? Or stocks are going to rise a little bit. Or, hey, the economy's going to get a little better. It's like, they're going to explode. They're going to be the best they've ever been. And they're going to take me out of my fucking debt. Like, what?
Yeah.
You're like, no one's going to do that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I should probably call it 'cause I'm fucking dead.
All right. I'm starving.
Just be safe, guys. Good luck.
All
Love
right.
you guys.
Peace. Oh, nice. How long is that thing?